Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to Nigira Techies. This is our React JS tutorial. So in this video, let me explain how to consume this REST API in our React JS application. So this is the continuation of my last video. In my last video, I just explained how to use this JSON server REST API. So continuation of this video, I will explain how to consume these services and also how to load the table body using this data. And one more new concept, the conditional template. And the final one is implementing loading spinner. So basically, if you are consuming these external services, so getting the response may take some additional time. So in that situation, this loading spinner is very helpful. So now let me go to the application. So our application in running mode and also our JSON server also in running. So this is my JSON server endpoint. So it's returning some data, okay? Now we can consume the same service in our application. For that, let me go to our app.js. So here I'm going to use this use of a hook. So let me remove these two variable. So then it will be executed only one time, the initial load time. For consuming the service, we have to use this fetch option. Then this URL, I mean the API endpoint. Okay. Then we have to include one callback function. So return this response into JSON. I'm going to convert this into a JSON format. And finally, I'm returning. Then I'm going to include one more callback function. Here only I will get the data. So let me include this result into the console. Okay, we have done. Let me go to the browser. Now let me clear this console. I'm going to refresh it once again. Okay, great. Now we consumed the data. Next, I'm going to populate this data into our one of the table. Okay. For that, first I'm going to create one component. So the component name is company. And the stateless function component. Okay. Then I have to provide the component name. So here the component first letter is capital one. So this is the mandatory one. Here we have to include some div, and also I'm going to create the table, then t head. So we have just two columns. One is ID and the second one is name. Okay. Same way I'm going to create the t body also. And we need the data. So I'm going to use the props here. Company data. So in this prop only I'm going to pass that list. So using this data, let me generate this t body rows. Let me take this one. I have to use this map option. So the object name is item. Okay. Here I'm going to create the tr. So the binding steps are almost the same. So then we have to include this key field. So key field is nothing but our ID. Then let me include this td also. So the first column is ID and the second one is name. Okay, the component side we have completed. Now let me go to our app component. Here I am already called this block list component. So let me command this one. Here we have to call our company component. Okay. Okay. Make sure it should be imported here. Then it's having one prop. Let me take the name, the company data. the next thing is we have to set the value. So using this function, we can set the value. So instead of this console.log, let me use our function. Okay. Okay, saved fine. Now let me verify it. So still we are getting some error. Okay, it's saying cannot read the property of nulls using this map function. Okay. The thing is, when our component is rendering time, we don't have the value. Actually, we are setting some value. So before that, our component has rendered. That's what we are getting this issue. So avoiding this situation, we can use this conditional templates. So let me include here. So the syntax is like this. So after that, let me take our variable name, company data. So once we have the data, then only this component should be loaded. Otherwise, this component should not load. Okay, that's all about my condition here. Okay, this is fine. Let me save it. We can see the output once again. See now our data are loaded. Okay, currently we have only two records. That's what it's loaded. Fine. Now let me include one more data. So the object is there. Okay, the new record is added. Now let me refresh it once again. See now, currently we have the three datas. Okay. So the topics, we just consumed the data and we have loaded our table body, and also I have used these conditional templates. The final one is implementing this loading spinner. For that, we supposed to use the GIF images. So instead of that, I'm going to provide some text. Okay, that also fine. Before calling our component, I'm going to include one div. Please wait. So this is the text. Okay, and here I'm going to declare one state variable. So the name is loaded. Change load the function name. So the initial value should be true. Okay, and once we have the data, I need to set this into false. Okay, now let me take this is loaded variable. I'm going to make this div also a conditional template. So once it's true, then only it should be display. Okay, we have done. So let me refresh. Okay, so in this fraction of time seconds, it's coming and it's going. For showing this one, let me include this timeout. Then only you can see this exact output. Set timeout. Let me provide 3000 milliseconds. See now the please wait message is coming. So after 3 seconds, it's loaded fine. Let me refresh it once again. You see the message is there. So once we have the data, the message is gone. Okay, this is all about the functionality. So in this real-time application, this 3 seconds we provide, right? It's not required. I mean, this timeout is not required. So currently we have the JSON server and we have just two records. So it's just fetching within the fraction of 10 seconds. So the real-time example may return this huge amount of records. That time it will take some additional time. So in that situation, this please wait message is very helpful. Okay, then only the user know. Okay, something is loading. So this is all about this video. Still, if you have any doubts or clarification, please post in the comment box, and also please don't forget to subscribe my channel. So in my next video, I'm planning to explain how to handle this error in our application. So please stay tuned for my next video. Thank you. Thanks for watching.